Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sport Central. Today, we're going to be going over my 2024 Army Navy game prediction. So, this year's edition of the Army Navy game is this weekend, and it should be a great game. Both teams are having really good seasons. Army, they're ranked inside the top 25. They're 11-1, and last week they dominated Tulane to win the AAC championship game. Then for Navy, they're also good, sitting at 8-3. But when talking about the Army-Navy game, you can always throw all the stats, all the records out the window because this game can really go either way, and it's always a very tightly contested contest. But in this year's game, we have some very interesting matchups. Offensively for Army, they're scoring 32.9 points per game, and they've the number one rushing offense in the country, averaging 314 rushing yards per game. And Army, they're led by star quarterback Bryson Daly, who has run for 1,480 yards on the season and 29 touchdowns, which is tied for most in the country. Army fullback Kanye Udo is also having a great year with 1,064 yards and 10 scores. And Army, they match up against a Navy defense that is solid, allowing 23.2 points per game, although Navy really struggles against the run, allowing 160 rushing yards per game. Then on the flip side, Navy is good offensively, scoring 32.3 points per game, and they're also good running the ball, rushing for 247 yards per game, with 8th best in the country. Now, Navy does still run the triple option, but they've added some wrinkles into their offense this season, and they throw the ball a little bit more than they have in the past. As Navy, they're averaging 128.2 passing yards per game, and quarterback Blake Horvath has thrown 11 touchdowns this season, and that is the most touchdowns thrown by a Navy quarterback since 2013, where they threw 13 touchdowns. But Horvath is a huge part of the Navy offense, as he's thrown for 1,154 yards and 11 scores, and he also leads the team rushing with 895 rushing yards and 13 rushing touchdowns. And his stats could actually be even better, but he's been banged up for a couple games this year and has missed some time, although he is good to go for this week's game. But Navy's offense, they are good, but they face an elite Army defense that is allowing just 15 points per game, which ranks 7th best in the country. And Army, they're also great defending the run, allowing just 104 rushing yards per game. But this game is a very tough game to predict, as Army-Navy usually is. And the records don't really matter because it's seemingly always a close game, as 8 of the last 10 matchups have been one-score games, although Army, they have been a little bit better in the series recently, winning 6 of the last 8 meetings. But I am going to take Army to get the win in this year's matchup. I think Army has the better defense, they run the football a little bit better, I think they'll run the ball very effectively against a bad Navy run defense, and I've got Army with the win by a score of 23-15, but this can definitely go either way. But that is my 2024 Army-Navy game prediction. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.